Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is October 5th, 2023, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News channel. Alright guys, so we have some urgent information coming out. Very important stuff here. If you can, please share this video. And it says here, United States on path to begin underground testing of nuclear weapons stockpile. I want to show you something really quick here, guys. This person here is on point 100%. I agree with this person, and it says we are going backwards in time and really fast. You have Vladimir talking about testing nukes again. Now America. I guess history repeats itself, just with an uglier ending each time. I want to show you something else, and I did post a video earlier today. If you guys want to check out the link, the link will be in the comments box. It says here, you got the bear leader says no one will survive if the bear is struck. Nuclear bane for any NATO anti-ballistic system. There we go. It's not only the US, but also the bear. They're testing nuclear. Welcome to 1990. I think that's the year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so history repeats itself. Please check out the video I posted today. I did mention about the bear talking about the Samad 2 ICBM. That's a Satan 2 nuclear missile from the bear. And now the sleeping giant is working on theirs. We are going backwards. It says here, the U.S. on path to begin underground testing of nuclear stockpiles. Scientists charged with ensuring the aging U.S. stockpile of nuclear are good to go. Good to go, if needed. Say they'll start shipping key components to Nevada desert next year to prepare for underground testing they call tickling the dragon's tail. Alright guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up, share this video with your friends, families, and loved ones. I appreciate the love and support. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, the PayPal link and the Patreon link is in the description box. Also guys, $1 a month Patreon, we get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. All right, these are exciting times, man. These are exciting times. Tickling the dragon's tail? What kind of name is that? All right, so I guess I'm gonna use that as a title. Tickling the dragon's tail. Or provoking the bear or poking the bear. All right, give me a second here. Tickling the dragon's tail. Oh, I just want to also say something really quick before I forget. And I want to wish one of our subscriber that's been following our channel for a very long time a happy birthday to Nicole. Happy birthday to Nicole. Her birthday was October the 1st. Happy birthday to Nicole. And, you know, if anyone also has birthday wishes, you know, I give you a shout out. So we did one this year. This year is the second one. So I just want to wish Nicole a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Nicole. Give me a second here. I'm trying to see if okay, here we go. Look at this. I was not aware of this here, guys. Okay, tickling the dragon's tail. Tickling the sleeping dragon's tail is a metaphor for risking severe consequences by taking an unnecessary provocative action. Its origin can be traced to last year of the Manhattan Project at Los Alamos National Laboratory in 1946. All right, so tickling the sleeping dragon's tail. It's just a funny name. All right, so let's see what's going on here, guys. So experts at National Defense Laboratories haven't been able to physically validate the effectiveness and reliability of nuclear warheads since a 1992 underground test ban. But Energy Department official announced Thursday they're on the verge of piecing together the technology needed to do the next best thing. As early as 2027, the $1.8 billion Scorpius project will make it possible to move beyond theoretical computer modeling to study in much more detail the condition found inside the final stages of a nuclear weapon implosion, but without the nuclear explosion. Scientists call it tickling the dragon's tail. All right, so I guess it's two different names here, because the other one is tickling the sleeping dragon's tail. They might be the same. So tickling the dragon's tail, Custer said, because the experiment approaches but stays below the stage at which the fission of nuclear material sustains an ongoing series of chain reactions. Now, the hope is to answer many pivotal questions about whether the nation's aging nuclear weapons still work as designed. Remember, guys, I mentioned this about a couple of weeks ago, and I did mention it yesterday, that a lot of these powerful nukes are not up to date. It's like the Bear. They have the Tsar Bomba, one of the biggest nuke they tested, and they call that, the sleeping giant. The U.S. call it the Satan 1. The Smart is a Satan 2, but it's a TSAR, the Tsar or Tsar Bomba. That's basically out to date. It's been sitting for a very long time. This is why you have the U.S. and you have the Bear, getting that thing ready and back in action. It was in the storage room for many years. And now this is where we are right now. We are moving backwards. We are going back in time. JFK is probably rolling in his grave right now. During the Cold Biblical War, those questions were answered by actually setting off nuclear explosion in the 1950s and early 1960s. The explosion sent mushroom clouds high into the skies above New Mexico and Nevada deserts. Testing later was limited to underground explosion, which ended in 1992. In the works for 10 years, the new era of testing has advanced to the next phase as Sandia National Laboratories in New Mexico, where workers have started assembling the high-energy electron beam injector, considered the most complex piece of Scorpius, Energy Department officials said Thursday. The experimental machine, the length of a football field, eventually will sit 1,000 feet, that's 304 meters, below the ground at the Nevada National Security Site. It's clear we need to know that the stockpile will work if required. These stockpiles were banned. Not banned, but no longer to be used. But again, this is where we are right now. If you had a car in a garage for 30 to 50 years, and one day you insert the ignition key, how confident are you that it will start? Well, first thing, the battery is not going to work. That thing will be completely dried up. Man, if that thing turns on, man, it's a miracle. Man, flat tires and all that. Yeah, you can rebuild it. I mean, you just need a couple of wires, chains, tune-up, oil change, and new batteries, and whatever that needs to be changed. It could be rebuilt. But let's say you bury your car, just like, when was it? Was it in the 1960s They took a nice car, a brand new car, and they put like a shrink wrap around it, and they put it in the ground, like deep in the ground, and they added like water or something. I mean, not water. They added something to it, and they sealed it. Now they gave everybody a paper saying what's the population going to be in the year 2005. And I guess someone got it correct. He won the cars, but he was really old by then. But yeah, that car was completely messed up and rusted, so that you cannot repair. If you had a car in a garage for 30 to 50 years and one day you insert the ignition key, how confident are you that it will start? He asked. That's how old our nuclear deterrent is. It has been more than 30 years since we conducted an underground nuclear explosive test. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Even though it's been sitting for around 30 years, it could still do a lot of damage. It just won't be that powerful. So let's say, you know, a 500 miles radius bomb, instead of being 500-mile radius, it'll probably be like 100 miles radius. But it's still powerful. The Los Alamos National Lab in northern New Mexico and Lawrence Livermore National Lab in California also have roles in the project. The injector being assembled as Sandia is a linear induction accelerator that will generate a high energy electron beam to collide with a metal target, generating X-rays that penetrate test objects. As plutonium is compressed with a high explosive, a detector will convert the X-rays into images recorded by a sensitive camera that can capture images at a speed of 1 billion per second. This is some scary stuff here. Basically, this was meant to take out a huge population. Meanwhile, those that started the biblical war, they will be in their bunkers. Can you believe that? They started everything and they the one who get the first class ticket to the bunkers. Meanwhile, we get to witness Dr. Evil design of these nukes. So those nanoseconds per trains will be compared with images of the same events generated by supercomputer codes to check their occurrence accuracy. Scorpius will be fully assembled in an underground complex at the facility formerly known as the Nevada Test Site, where scientists have been conducting subcritical experiments since 1995 and nuclear testing dates to 1951. The facility is about 65 miles, that's 104 kilometers north of Nevada. Cluster said above ground facilities have tested explosive behaviors of other materials, but the Scorpius experiments will use real plutonium, which is unique. Nothing else behaves like it, this person said. So the question to us is, are we feeding accurate data into our codes about plutonium's behavior? Josh, who led the injector development and design for Scorpius, said it will provide more confidence in both existing and new designs. They're making this thing a lot more powerful. So it's like Frankenstein, you know, bringing back Frankenstein, and he's much stronger. So whatever they're doing, these things that's been sitting around 30 years, they're going to make it much more powerful with the stuff that we have now that didn't have back then. So plan for the complicated project have been the focus of proposal examined over the past decade during a vetting process at the Energy Department that finds and removes conceptual and technical errors before funding can be committed. Final approval came late last year. The first shipment of key components to Nevada is scheduled to begin in March. Assembly testing is planned through most of 2025 before the Nevada site will move the injector underground. We are looking forward to establishing this capability in 2027. conducting the first subcritical experiments using these new capabilities to support our nuclear deterrent and demonstrate once again our technical prowess as a nation, this person said. All right. Well, this is where we are right now. The sleeping giant on the path to begin underground testing of nuclear weapon stockpile. But it's not only the sleeping giant, ladies and gentlemen. Cold sky fall in Moscow. Launch of NATO Unstoppable 9M730, which is this one right here, super missile. The bear leader said no one will survive if the bear is hit. I'm not going to read all this here, guys, because I did talk about it, and the link will be in the comments box. But let me just scroll and see what's going on here. See if there's anything that we missed that was not added to the articles I read earlier today. So you got the leader of the bear revealed in a speech that the Army has successfully tested the ICBM, NATO codename the SSC-X9 Skyfall super missile, the ultimate terror for any NATO anti-aircraft and anti-ballistic system, as it has a range of thousands of miles and particularly unstoppable. This explains the aviation of FEMA in the United States and the intense military mobility in Poland. Man, if you can, please share this video. This is the aftermath of the FEMA. Pay attention, sleeping giant. Not only to the sleeping giant, but pay attention to the entire world. Those population, pay attention. It's happening right in front of your faces. They already sent out the text message to everyone, and now they're about to bring those bad boys out the storage room. We're talking about the nukes. The bear announced theirs. The sleeping giant announced theirs. Again, they're not saying it to the public, but it's happening right in front of our faces. All right, so give me a second here, guys. Sometime I gotta remove these pictures and advertisement and all that crazy stuff. The bear tested this very powerful missile. Now, again, I'm not gonna read this here, guys, because I did make a video. The link will be in the comments box. I do have another video coming up after this, and this is an extremely long article. As you can see here, the faces of these people, they are worried. These people are worried. Give me a second here. A lot of these people heard Vladimir's speech. They was like, man, I can't believe we in this stuff again. We are moving backwards in time. The bear leader at this region said in the event of a nuclear strike on the bear, no one will survive. He's saying no one will survive. Not even my own land. No one will survive. It's going to be all out NUKE. For what? For the yellow and blue country? Is it worth it? Is it worth losing the sleeping giant? Is it worth losing the bear? Is it worth losing $2 billion? For what? The yellow and blue country and Mr. Z? I can hear some of the people saying, Louis, we got to do it for the yellow and blue country. I'm surprised you're not saying we got to do it for Barbie. The bear leader has stressed that no one with a sane mind will use these powerful stuff against the bear, as the bear capital adversaries know about its NUKE arsenal, and in such a case, no one would survive. Now, this is the thing that a lot of people don't know. The bear has a dead man switch. A dead man switch, meaning if the bear is completely destroyed, There's a dead man switch that is going to trigger, and it will launch all their nukes. You think the sleeping giant is gonna stop all them? What is it, 5,000 nukes? You think the sleeping giant is gonna stop all that? Mr. Burns has left. Mr. Burns has left and told the sleeping giant, "I'm out of here, man. It's gonna be raining fire, and hey, you know, thank you for the 81 million VOTE, but I can't stay here. I gotta take my dogs and, you know, just go to Greenland." If such an event was detected, he said, such a number of, there you go, missiles, hundreds, would appear in the air that not a single enemy would have a chance of survival. Hundreds? I think it's going to be thousands. I think that no person with the brakes on and a clear memory will think of using NUKE against the bear. The bear leader said. There we go. The tests are back on the table. I already gave you the sleeping giant, and I already gave you the bear. The tests are happening right now. You're not hearing this on the NEWS. But remember, I warned about those doomsday plane, those nuke sniffer, presidential plane. Constant Phoenix 6-4. I think this is a nuke sniffer, if I'm not mistaken. You got all this. If it ends up at Mildon Hall, it would suggest as a sleeping giant intel consider the SSCX-9 Skyfall test to be imminent. The bear leader said the latest tests of this powerful stuff have been successfully carried out. Remember this picture right here? I showed you this picture yesterday, and I gave you a heads up that it was going to be launched. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we at. Exciting times of Bible prophecy. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ and have no fear, for Christ is near. But what if the 4-5 was still the leader of the sleeping giant? We will not be in this spot. We will not be in this spot. But that's the reason why God allowed the 4-6 to be in the spotlight, because the 4-6 is playing a huge role of Bible prophecy, because all this is scripture, all this is Bible prophecy. We must pray for the 4-6. We must pray for everyone, the fallen, again, the minds and heart of fallen men. We must pray for each other, because all this here is going to lead to a huge catastrophic catastrophe. It's going to impact the entire world. Just like the bear leader said, no one, not one enemy will survive if they dare to hit the bear with their NUKE. Once again, sleeping giant on path to begin underground testing of nukes. Stockpile. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, for those of you that want to give your life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path. And that's the path of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Louis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.